by 2, and again, Balliet getting an outstanding jump on this field. Mark Swartwood tucking in right behind him as they all head into turn number 1, shuffling for position. Fred Gimby in the number 25 Fairway Chevrolet car picks up that 3rd spot, while Ed Barber settles for 4th, and it's a side-by-side battle between Frank Zenzel and the 01 of Dinky, and getting spun around in turn number 3 to bring out the caution once again is Charlie Clinton, the 28K, and just narrowly missing him, becoming a kid that's overdue for a win here. So once again now, the 2 of our start for the street stocks. We've had 2 complete restarts. We're trying at it again now for the 3rd time, and Kevin Balliet this time getting the jump. Look at Mark Swartwood. He's not letting him have it so easy this time as they remain 2 by 2 off the 2nd corner, and now Swartwood having the advantage of running on the outside line. He's going to have to remain there because the 60 car of Balliet has it all to himself, and Mark Swartwood is the leader of lap number 1. His first laps led in 1993 over Balliet, Gimby, Ed Barber, and Frank Zenzel. And boy, Zenzel has been another hot shoe this year. Stevie Clark runs in 6th spot, followed by the 01 of Dinky, then it's Donald, and last week's winner, Frank Holby, rounding out the top 10 with 2 laps going into the books. Now Eddie Barber is moving up on the outside line as he takes over 4th spot from Frank Zenzel, but Frank Zenzel using the inside corner to his advantage runs side by side with Eddie Barber. Off of turn number 4, Mark Swartwood looking very impressive, opening up some daylight between himself and Balliet. Fred Gimby looks like he's having a good run here, and he's certainly overdue for that. He finished 6th a week ago. He's looking for his first top 5 of the season. A lot of bottlenecking going on out there. Stevie Clark is off the 4th corner, and I'll tell you what, no one can come off that corner like Clarky can. Just watch him as he comes off them turns, and he's getting it done now as he moves into the top 5. He's making quick work of the 75 car Barber, and the same can be said for Gimby. As a slower moving car, Greg Kello is getting out of harm's way, making his first career start with 6 laps already in the books here. There's some tremendous action. Chuck, we've seen this so many times. As you can see, Stevie Clark moving up. Once you guys get going, it's all out racing. Now, you know you've been in a cautionless event so far.
Yeah, I tell you, the cautionless event is the best because, like I said, everybody spreads out. And there's a lot more room to pass. Eddie Barber and Stevie Clark have to say they're 2 fastest guys out there right now. They're both on the move.
You got to give a lot of credit to the job, though, that Mark Swartwood's doing out there. I know he's a close friend of yours, and it must feel good to see him running up front. And I know that makes him and the entire team feel pretty confident at this point.
Yeah, it must. I tell you, he's overdue for a win. He had some tough luck early in the season, and it's good to see him out front.
He has not won a feature event since opening day 1990, so it's been 3 years since Mark Swartwood has tasted the laurels of victory lane down here at Evergreen Raceway as the black flag is being given to car number 65, Greg Kello. And in the meantime, coming off to complete the halfway sign of this one, Stevie Clark runs in 2nd behind Swartwood, and look at Ed Barber, like you indicated. He is hooked up out there, getting by Kevin Balliet as they head down the backstretch. Then it's Fred Gimby, and looks like Todd Staley now making his presence felt. We got the top guns all running up front, minus Chuck Schartzer.
Well, I don't know if I'd be considered a top gun, but I tell you, Stevie Clark right now is closing that gap just a little bit more each lap.
Chuck, you know what it's like. You followed Stevie. You've had Stevie follow you out there, and boy, when you get passed by him, as you can obviously see, he has narrowed that gap down to nothing, and they are running away with this one as 12 laps are complete. Mark Swartwood may have a short-lived time with the remaining laps here, especially Clarky running in 2nd. This is the only guy you know that can take a week or 2 off and still remain in the top 5 in points.
He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy, but I tell you, you go watch him race, and you watch him if he does get up there next to Swartwood. They'll race clean. He will not ever turn in the air or bump you nothing.
Again, though, now we're and car number 60, Kevin Balliet, spinning off in turn number 2. Again, this is to his advantage. You got to feel good on this one without the 2 abreast. But Clarky knows the way around here as he looks to the inside briefly, but now he puts the Houston Construction number 17 car on the outside lane. Mark Swartwood will stick it out in front, though, as they head down the backstretch. Eddie Giddens has 5 in hand to show for Mark Swartwood, and that's exactly what he's getting. Whoa, and Clarky gets a little bit high out there, but man, the veteran is able to hold on to his 2nd spot. Eddie Barber runs in a tight 3rd, followed by Staley and Gimby. And I'll tell you what, it's going to come right down to the the wire because now Clarkie has posted his car on the outside line as they get 4 to go here. Mark Swartwood is not ready to relinquish that top spot. Again, racing as hard as he can. He's squeezing every inch of horsepower. Look at Clarkie to the outside. Now the inside. Boy, Chuck, this could be all she wrote.
I tell you, once he gets to the inside groove, I think he's going to have him here at the stripe. And once he gets there, I think it's going to be all.
With 3 laps to go on lap number 17 at the line, your new race leader, Stevie Clark. He did not race last week. He's still in the top 5 in points, and now with 2 to go, he's eyeing up what would be his 24th career victory. Mark Swartwood, a stout run as he maintains second over Barber, Staley, and Gimby. And there's just a lap and a half that separates Stevie Clark from a spot that he has become so familiar with. He can almost change his address to Victory Lane, Evergreen Raceway. The white flag is in hand for Stevie Clark, and he's looking at his 3rd win of the 1993 season. Boy, Chuck, it's almost like textbook out there for this guy.
I tell you, he's a good runner, and when he gets out front, he's even better.
Checkered flag number 24, career win for Stevie Clark. Mark Swartwood gets his best finish of the season in 2nd, followed by Eddie Barber in 3rd. Todd Staley in 4th. Brett Gimby puts in his best run of the season for 5th. One of the all-time great thriller drivers helping him out this season. Greg Stever, the man who prepared the engine here in a Stever's mini-bore engine service from Hazleton. Gloria Clark is down here. Stevie's daughter has come down, his niece, the entire crew of the Houston Construction sponsored machine. Once again, Stevie Clark, he only led 3 laps, but it was the ones that counted the most. Coming up from the back, Mark Swartwood gave it all he got for his best finish of the season. In 2nd, Ed Barber put 4 car. And then rounding out the top 5 was Fred Gimby for his best finish of 1993, with Victory Lane celebrations going on down here. There's other potential sponsors that helped him out throughout the course of his career, Mount Laurel Enterprises. And of course, Highway Automotive in Freeland, Pennsylvania. And now we're going to get a quick word with tonight's feature winner for the Street Stock, Stevie Clark. Stevie, it's becoming commonplace for you. Congratulations once again, your 24th career victory, the all-time leader.
Thank you. I just want to thank all the guys that work on the car. We did a lot to it over this last week, and it really paid off. So I'd just like to thank everybody in the shop.
I guess a week off had really done you some good down here. Must feel pretty fine to be back in Victory Lane within a short period of time, your 3rd of the season.
Yeah, I like to get a couple of wins early in the season, then you can coast at the end.
Joe Novak now, you're giving this guy a chance, and certainly one guy who deserves to be in a street stock car.
Yeah, Joe's a good man. He's good with the car. He understands it, and, we'll let him drive it from time to time.
How about tomorrow night now? What's your game plan?
Well, we'll have to sit down and think about that when we go home here.
We'll leave it at that, and we leave you in Victory Lane on your 24th career win. Ladies and gentlemen, Stevie Clark from Freeland, Pennsylvania.
I'd just like to thank all the fans, too, because without the fans, there is no racing. Thank you.
That's what it's all about.